Well, I think how I tend to work is I explore things in meditation, and then I usually seem to take what I've learnt from that out into the world, and my world is living with other Buddhists and working with other Buddhists. So meditation's been very, very important for me. It's very hard to say in what way. I think I've learnt so much about, I'm quite willful about working with, being very willful, working with an appropriate amount of effort. Staying embodied, staying in my experience. And I had been thinking about in terms of sort of letting go, but I realised I'm the sort of person I tend to resist. So for me it's more about letting in, about letting things into my experience. So that's something I work with in my meditation as well. I've been doing the Vajrasattva sadhana, and for me that's been very much finding a foundation in myself, which is basically positive, and having a confidence in that I can pretty well trust myself, whatever, that there's something inherently good that I can trust in myself, which then affects how I am in the world. So I'm not suspicious of myself or concerned, confused about my intentions. In terms of right livelihood, that's been such a huge practice. I think one effect that right livelihood has, well, you can sort of see it if you go on retreat with people and the work period comes up, you can almost pretty much spot the people who work in right livelihood, because they just have got a lot of energy and they just get stuck in and get things done. And it's not the case that people who don't work in right livelihood aren't like that, but generally people who work in right livelihood are invariably like that. So there's something about just making energy available. It is cultivation of virya, and I think for me right livelihood's involved a lot of channeling and releasing my energy, and just being able to become more effective, pretty much whatever I feel like. So that's an aspect of integration. But one of the most important things for me in right livelihood has been exemplification, and that's seeing other people's qualities embodied. And I'm not really an ideas person, but when I actually see a quality in someone, that has such an impact on me, both inspiring me and also motivating me to actually try and do better than I am doing. And working in right livelihood, I've just had that for years and years, just a huge number of people exemplifying different qualities. And so I feel I've got far more out of right livelihood than I've ever put into it. And I've been able to work with some very exceptional people. And it's been a delight seeing people shine, I suppose, being able to look around the business, and pretty much each person sort of shines in a different way. And I get to benefit from that. So that is a real delight. And another aspect for me of right livelihood is that it's linked to exemplification, but it's seeing people working together without any politics going on at all. So basically people's energy gets directed to what needs to get done, and it doesn't get tied up in game playing, arguing, manoeuvring, backbiting, harsh speech. I mean, although there's always occasional bits of negativity, basically as a workplace, it's very free from that. And it's something that I can take for granted, but when new people come in, either to visit or to work in the business, you can see straight away they just really pick up on that.